Hello, hello. There we go. There we go. I was getting scared for a second. I'm like, man, I done did all this. I'm just crouched down on the floor. I was like, please don't tell me my mic is just gonna go off on me right now. I was praying. I was absolutely praying. I just got to check to see if we good on here on YouTube. Okay, cool. Yeah, we good on YouTube. Yeah, I was like, my mic wasn't working for a split second. I got scared. I got uber scared. Cool. All right, we good to go. What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Man, how y'all living today? Look, Devin, he isn't here yet. Devin's still at work. Honestly, let's expose Devin. Devin got about 45 minutes left till he gets off work. He texted me, said he's gonna be here for NXT. We're not gonna go live for that. Got some family downstairs, got my sister, and we finna just eat some pizza and just watch NXT as a family, as a wholesome group. Wholesome group in quotation marks. You know how we watch wrestling. Shout out to Justin. What's good, my guy? How you living, Justin? Man, just wanted to talk some WWE Raw. Man, we finally got some great news. You are going to be able to listen to the heel turn in other places. I'm not gonna go too deeply into that. It's just we got some really, really great news, and it's just absolutely amazing. So hopefully we can get you an update on that by next week. But man, you'll definitely be able to hear us in other places, and more so, in the region. So it's a huge blessing, But nothing's happened yet. Nothing's set in stone. It's just something that we talked about with certain people, and I'm geeked. I'm geeked. I'm geeked. I'm geeked. But Monday Night Raw definitely had me geeked as we get into it. Just to go in order, CM Punk comes in. He's spitting a promo, of course. He's talking about he's entering the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins comes in pretty much saying, screw you, even though I lost. And CM Punk's talking shit. Like, CM Punk was in this dude's face. He was just disrespecting this man in more ways than one. And then Drew McIntyre comes out. He gets disrespected. And you can tell, like, he just has all the hate in the world, for Pepsi Phil, like not Pepsi Phil from Circle of Debate, but he has a lot of hatred for CM Punk, because he walks out there and CM Punk just immediately is just like, you know what, I hate you both. Like, if anybody wants to fight, I'm ready right here. And Drew McIntyre is just like, I was talking to Seth. It's not always about you, Phil. Pepsi Phil. You can tell like CM Punk. You can tell Drew McIntyre is kind of sick of CM Punk with it makes his stomach turn. But at the end of the day, hey, they made a whole lot of money. They made a whole lot of money with what they did with their rivalry, which was by far, rivalry of the year last year. So you got to give a whole lot of credit where credit is due to Drew and Punk. But man, Punk was talking spicy to Drew. And honestly, I didn't know how this is going to fare. I would be cool with a triple threat match, but we're going to get Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins next Monday. And I can't wait. I think this is going to be a great match. I think it's going to be, of course, the WrestleMania rematch, but this time a healthier Seth Rollins. This Seth Rollins that we saw at Mania was pretty limited in what he could do. Yet, for as limited as Seth Rollins was, the pivotal part that he played throughout Mania is just, it should be documented, honestly. So you got to give love to Seth Rollins. I think. I just thought that he was amazing at Mania. Now him being healthy, coming back, and then you see him going up against Bronson Reed, going up against CM Punk, and him calling CM Punk, that match the worst loss that he's ever suffered in his career. And I'm glad they're taking this as seriously as possible, because it's like you can feel the animosity between those three guys, and that's just it's just great. It's just a great story that they're telling right here. But outside of that, huge shout out to Justin. He says the best thing about Rollins and the Punk feud is that even though there is clear real life beef between them, they know how to keep it professional. And yeah, that's a fact. I really don't think, like, I just don't believe it for a fact that CM Punk has friends in WWE, like him and Randy Orton, hugging back and forth. I love you. Let's go leave the locker room. Like that was cool. But like a lot of people genuinely don't like CM Punk. CM Punk is he stirs the pot a lot. He's definitely a disturber. I always talk about this. He's the guy that is uber professional. Somebody that you would love to work. No, somebody that at your job is great at their job. Like, oh man, you're great. You pretty much are born for this. But damn it, I do not want to work with you because you are just a nut job. Just sick in the head. Kobe Bryant. Now I'm not trying to compare CM Punk to Kobe, but a lot of people didn't want to play with Kobe because you're gonna get cussed out. Kobe's gonna tell you you're trash. Kobe's definitely gonna tell you you suck. Kobe told one of his teammates, "Don't talk to me." Like just straight up, don't talk to me. You're literally not. You're nowhere near my level at all. Like just don't talk to me. Like Kobe, like a lot of people praise Kobe. He was an asshole. Like we're gonna be honest, Kobe was a jerk. But that's what we see from CM Punk as well. Like I do think CM Punk's out there to help and to lead a locker room, but I do think there's a side of CM Punk that's just a little unnecessary. That's a little over the edge. That's just too much. That's just extra and selfish. Which I do believe CM Punk can be selfish. Now, in saying that, love the man's work. Love the man's work. Love everything that CM Punk does. I'm still a huge fan of the man, but seeing how Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, seeing how they talk about CM Punk, I feel like they are the voice for a lot of people, in that locker room. That's just me. I have no insight. I have no, reason to say that's just speculation on my part. So I don't want to just be like, oh, well, my sources still, I have no sources. There's no source over here. But yeah, I just thought that was just absolutely incredible. A great start, to the Monday Night Raw. And I loved it with a passion. Loved it with an absolute passion. And so after that, of course, we got to get it to Chad Gable. Chad Gable walks his little shooshing ass to the ring. And honestly, I love Chad Gable. I don't care. I'm a huge Chad Gable fan. Like Chad Gable, even though they're still trying to do the, comparisons, the similarities with him and Kurt Angle, even with the theme music, they're still trying to make you pipe in a "you suck" chant. I was watching it with a lady friend, and she was just like, "Are they really chanting 'you suck'?" I'm like, "It's a long story." No, like it's a long. We got to go back to Angle days, and I can't. I can't. We can't do that. How much time you got? Shout out to Justin. He said there's definitely some people that are tight with Punk and some that aren't, but we aren't going to see anything like what happened with Punk and AEW. WWE will shut that down before he gets a chance. That's a fact. Hunter ain't going to deal with that. Stephanie McMahon ain't going to deal with that. And look, they'll make sure CM Punk walk out, before he even thinks about, trying to swing on people. Well, we'll try to pull anything that he did in AEW, like you said, because it's one thing for you to think that people are spreading rumors about you, and you go on your press conference, do your little thing. I feel like that's as much rope as Triple H would have gave CM Punk. After that, if he would have did that promo with Hangman Page talking about, hey, I want to challenge Hangman Page, come out right now, and he doesn't come out, oh well, that's coward shit. Yeah, now after that, you're pretty much done. Like I think that's when they would have cut the cord with CM Punk at that point. Justice said, perfect place, perfect opponent. You could literally call Penta's debut perfect. Factuals. I definitely agree with that. I love Penta's debut. I saw a Canadian destroyer at a wrestling event. Like it's so great on a wrestling show. Now, huge shout out to Adam Cole. Of course, the Panama Sunrise was there, but see Adam Cole, I thought he played it to perfection. I thought it was really, really effective, unless he was going up against, like a Johnny Gargano. But other than that, that was the only time we really saw a lot of Canadian destroyers. Of course, Rey Mysterio and Andrade's matches that we saw a couple times, they pulled out a Canadian destroyer. But Penta, and then the Penta drive. Oh my goodness, the driver itself. Like Penta, and then the walk, first off. Let me rewind all the way to the beginning. The walk itself is just so smooth. I've been doing it all day. And I've seen him do it in AEW, but just seeing the fire behind him and then just seeing him slide out to the that's so sick. It was just so nasty. I liked it. I liked it. I loved it. Everything about Penta's debut, like you said, 100% perfect. I know a lot of people, as soon as they saw that botch on the bottom rope, That was the first thing I thought of. Oh, well, I wonder how often am I going to see this on Twitter? But no, he sold his ass off. That leg, like I said, watching it with a lady friend, and she was just like, "Oh my god, like he's really messing up his leg." And that was when, of course, his leg, Chad Gable grabbed his leg and smashed it up against the ring post, and he's looking at the camera, he's got contacts in his eyes. This is beautiful, just gorgeous. And my girlfriend was just like, "Well, that looked like that kind of hurts. He's really, really messing up his leg." I was like, give him 10 minutes. I was like, give him 10 minutes. He gonna do some flippity doo dah. We gonna be fine. And that leg gonna be perfectly fine in a minute. And then, of course, it's an amazing suicide dive out the ring. And Chad Gable, I don't even think Chad Gable caught him. Like, I just think he went back first to the floor. And like I said, Canadian Destroyer, the Penta driver, everything about it was amazing. The sacrifice. Like everything that Penta did was so fire. And this is coming from somebody that didn't see him in Lucha Underground. I just saw the highlights with him and Angelico, the Chelsea Green, Io Sky. I'm seeing those matches. I'm not seeing too much of now. Of course, I've seen him in AEW. I've seen him numerous times in AEW. So that's but it's usually during tag team affairs. Of course, he had a couple singles, but that's kind of like seeing Dax Harwood in singles competition. Like no disrespect to Dax Harwood, but when I usually see tag team partners or one half of a tag team partner going into a match, and especially in AEW, I don't really have any hope for it. No hope for it at all. Justin says, crazy because I completely forgot about the Penta driver as a move. Was wonderful what Penta was gonna use since the Fear Factor / package driver hasn't been officially unbanned. Excuse me. And yeah. Now, that's one thing I want to ask. Cody Rhodes, now he wasn't gone for long. Cody Rhodes wasn't gone for a very, very long time, but he was out for about 2 weeks after he got hit with that package power driver. We still haven't seen Randy Orton after just getting hit with a basic power driver. Chad Gable just kicked out of 2 on a Canadian Destroyer and then just walked up. But that's the crazy part about that. He sold his neck pretty much majority of the match. Like after he got hit with that, or what they call it, Mexican Destroyer, what Pat McAfee said. Chad Gable pretty much sold his neck for most of the match. If you look back, he's just pretty much holding his neck most of the time. But like kicking on that 2 at that now, it's not something I'm gonna be like, oh, this is stupid. It's stupid. But that was something I looked at. It was like, okay, that's a little weird. I was just like, that's a little weird. But honestly, and that's just pretty much blurring the lines between WWE and AEW. What's acceptable? What can and what can't you kick out of? But Chad Gable, man, he is a warrior. I have zero problem with the match at all. I thought the match was awesome. I had a fun time watching it, and I can't wait to see what Penta does next. Everybody's talking about Penta versus Gunther. Give this man some time. Let's not rush Penta into anything. I don't want to rush that man into nothing. Now, if we were going to, I would have him, okay, look into the eyes of Shinsuke Nakamura, and then both of y'all can settle this 1v1. Then we can work something out. Other than that, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to see Penta go for have a main, just a big push, go for a huge title run. Not yet. But outside of that, of course, Dominic Mysterio tries to win Liv Morgan back. He tried to sneak into the ring, hug Rhea Ripley after her match. Rhea Ripley wasn't having it. Pretty much rip-tied his ass. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Rip-tied his ass. And got him out of there. So Dominic Mysterio comes up with flowers. He wants to talk with Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan don't want none of that. She's pretty much brushing him to the side. I think Liv Morgan's done with the Judgment Day at this point. Her job is done. Like she said, she did her job in making sure she took everything from Rhea Ripley. And she did that. She took Dominic Mysterio. She took the title. She took her crew. She really don't need him no more. Why would she keep coming up to Finn Balor while Finn Balor doing nothing but talking shit to her? So it's like there's really no reason, honestly. So I think that's actually a perfect thing for Liv Morgan just to move on, just get up out of there. There's no reason to continue to be with the Judgment Day. You already have Raquel Rodriguez. I think her and Dominic Mysterio would be dope together still. But look, she already said, job's finished. There's not really much you can really do at this point. she's probably gonna move on from Dominic Mysterio. And I don't know. I just really want to see Dominic Mysterio with somebody else. Not with somebody else, like, just making out with somebody, but just I want to see him be a manager with somebody else, pick up somebody, and more specifically a woman's wrestler, because I thought he worked so well with Liv Morgan. So I can't wait to see what they do with Dominic Mysterio right now. Huge shout out to Justin. He says, not gonna lie, but when Obafemi finally hits the main roster, give me him and Penta immediately. Yeah, no, okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. Now that's where I get a little biased there, because Obafemi, man, Obafemi is just oozing with charisma. Like, that man is just nasty. Don't. And he's just all that. Look, he's just so sick. Like, Obafemi is just a dog, man. And of course, he has the Kofi Kingston accent. Got to keep the Kofi Kingston accent. But it's just one of those things where I really feel as though Obafemi, he's definitely going to get that Braun Breaker push when he goes to the main roster, and I can't wait. I literally can't wait. Shout out to Heel. What's good, Heel? He says Liv Morgan is free. I'm gonna slide in the DMs. Hey, man, good luck to you. Hey, I got it. You might want to watch out for Devin, though. Like I said, he's gonna be here in about 2.5 hours, hopefully. So it's just like, look, man, I ain't gonna say nothing. You got to fight for him. You're gonna have to fight for that one, Heel. Shout out to Dom, the notorious Dom. He says, what's good? I think we got the same couch and tray table, bro. Look, man, I remember this used to be downstairs when I was in like high school. And then I came back here, it's upstairs. I'm like, oh, well, okay, cool. Perfect setup. And look, you don't have good eats if you don't have a folding table like this, man. I'm telling you, the folding table at grandma's house, man, undefeated. I think this is where they from. It's like the old table. These are probably maybe 3 or 4 years younger than me, I want to say. But it's holding up a belt. It's doing its job. It's holding up a belt. It's holding up Bray Wyatt, R.I.P. Bray Wyatt, and of course the GOAT himself, Kevin Owens. Both are GOATs, but man, I love me some Kevin Owens. So, man, a huge shout out to Notorious Dom. I forgot to tell you guys, I said this before, but now that you're here, loved every bit of y'all New Year's party. Loved every bit of the New Year's party. Had such a fun ass time. But look, I was drinking a little bit. I was feeling good during y'all party, so I knocked out during it. But it wasn't that you guys bored me. It was just I knocked myself out. it was my own fault. But honestly, it was just so fun. So huge shout out to Circle of Debate. They'll actually be live tonight. While me and Devin and my sister are gonna have a NXT party of our own. Of course, Circle of Debate are gonna have their watch party. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then they have a show on Thursday. Of course, you see the reactions of Monday night to Friday Night SmackDown on Friday. Pretty much the workhorses of the IWC. So you gotta show them a whole lot of love. Shout out to Notorious Dom. He says, "Preach, bruh." Same with mine. He says, "I was feeling good too. Glad you enjoyed it." Nah, it was a whole lot of fun, man. I gotta show the love, man, because it was. You guys are just so relatable. You guys are just so relatable and funny as hell. So it made life a whole lot easier. You guys are easy to talk to. Speaking of easy to talk, I realized something with our main man's Jey Uso. And shout out to Heel. Heel says, "Don't worry, I'm a professional DM slider. We are petitioning for DM sliding to be an Olympic sport." Hey, I'm with you. Hey, as a matter of fact, I might if we just talk about specifically DM sliding, I think I might just slide on your side. I'm sliding on the Heel side. I'm sorry. He sound like he got a nasty DM game, man. He be writing haikus. He be writing haikus like at school, them poems. I know you be in there. Look, I understand. So whatever you type to live, number one, don't let us know. Just let us know if it worked or not. Or well, I guess we'll find out when you pop up on Monday Night Raw, Hill. So we'll see. We'll know if it worked or not. But look, man, there's a huge problem with Jey Uso. Now, I just noticed this. If somebody else brought this up before, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to steal your take, but something that really, really makes me laugh all the time is Jey Uso. He comes out there. Of course, Gunther, he's talking about, being champion. He wasn't at the first Raw on Netflix, but He was upset with the wrestling during that Monday Night Raw because it wasn't up to par. It's Gunther. He's the ring general. He's the guy. So Jey Uso, there's my problem with Jey Uso, which is not really a problem. It's just funny. You'll see Jey Uso. He goes out there with the fans. Yeet, yeet, Jey Uso. It's me, Uso. It's just me, Uso. He gets into the ring. He's bouncing all the ropes. It's just me, Uso. He rolls out the ring, goes up there with Pat McAfee, Michael Cole. It's just me, Uso. Uso. He gets in that ring. That man can't say a word because he is just dog tired from exerting his energy from the top of from the pretty much where the crowd is at all the way up to the ring. Because all he's doing is and then you get up there. Did y'all hear Gunther say he wants this heat down? It's just like, bro. Number one, get yourself together. Like, look at how, like, Gunther is literally just sitting here talking to Jey. Just, Jey, I beat you twice. We don't have to keep doing this. I don't want to keep messing you up. Like, and Jey is just sitting there. He is like, Jey Uso is winded, bro. Man, honestly, I'm not saying that like messes up Jey Uso's promos. So he's a great promo. But let me tell you something. Them yeet chants definitely help him out. So what you mean to tell me is that y'all want me to? He's like, keep going. I need help. He's like, just keep reeling it in. Keep reeling these yeet chants in. Because he's like, I need to catch my breath. But Jey Uso, he keeps the crowd pumping. Like, he keeps the crowd jumping, and you gotta appreciate it. I don't mind his wrestling ability. I don't mind him wrestling at all. It's just when he wrestled his brother was when I had a huge problem with it, when it just absolutely stunk up WrestleMania because, it was very, it was really high. It was highly anticipated, brother versus brother, Oos versus Oos. And then it was just all crap. It was just horrendous. It was awful. And so honestly, looking back at it, seeing Jey Uso and Gunther going one-on-one for the third time, as Gunther just explained, I don't really expect nothing to come out of it. I don't expect Jey Uso to win. This is going to be Jey Uso's story of, main event Uso is not just a nickname. This is really him. But hey, man, I'm with Gunther. I don't think Gunther lied at all. Gunther ain't lie at all yesterday. Yeah. Now, in terms of him saying, look, man, you better off being a tag team partner. Go tag in your brother. Like, just go tag in your brother and get the hell out of my face. Like, honestly, can't say I don't disagree with that. It's just, man, that just hurt. That just really hurt. That hurts to the core. I definitely want to see how Jey comes to turn this around because, Jey is definitely, he's our baby face. He's the baby face of the people, for the people, by the people, we the people. Like he's Jey Uso's all of it. And so I love the how he's moved forward with not only himself, but with every storyline he's been in. But with this Gunther one, I don't want to see Jey Uso win. I don't want to see Jey Uso get a single dub on Gunther. I'm sorry. Maybe that's just me being a hater or me just loving Gunther too much, but I don't want to see it. That's just not me. But outside of that, of course, moving away from Gunther and Jey, we got to talk about Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai. See, this is one of the reasons why I'm glad. One of the reasons. I'm not saying this is all the time, but one of the reasons why I'm glad Devin ain't here. Because me and Devin, for the past couple weeks, has been going back and forth talking about Dakota Kai, Lyra Valkyria. And I'm Team Coda, of course. Team Coda forever. First off, Team Coda. Let's make a petition to change this theme music. Look, I don't know when Disney Channel Lemonade Mouth started making interest music, but they need to cut that out. Dakota Kai, change your interest music. Turn it back to where it was last time. Change it back to how it was last time. Cause your interest music, what my ears heard on Monday Night Raw was disappointment. I was disappointed. I was frustrated, flabbergasted, astonished. And I'm not gonna use any big words. I'm gonna reserve the big words for later. But look, I was hot. Shout out to Heel. He said, so is that the match for the Rumble? I believe that's the match for Saturday night main event. And it's just like, so, like, honestly, like, I think this is gonna be a good match, of course. I definitely think it's gonna be a good match. It's Gunther. It's Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso. Just don't think Jey Uso's winning. So I don't really have that much care for it right there. Justice says, crazy thing is though, what does WWE have to lose having Jey win and having a short Wayne? Honestly, yeah. But do you want Jey Uso to hold this title? How long do you want him to hold this title? Because I don't want Jey Uso to bring this title into Mania. I want Gunther to bring this title into Mania. Now, if they want to have this storyline going to Mania, of course, I ain't gonna trip. It depends on how they tell it. But if you're talking Jey Uso winning against Gunther and then having him hold this, like, how long? Because if we mean by short reign, if he loses it by the Elimination Chamber, I ain't gonna hate it. Like, I ain't gonna be mad at it. That's not gonna be one I'm gonna be kicking and screaming about. But man, I don't mind Jey Uso having a short reign with the title. I just don't want him beating Gunther. Right now, Gunther is just protected to me. I haven't been too impressed with Gunther's reign recently. And from the start, it was golden. Now him being absent, haven't really seen too much of Gunther. It's been really underwhelming, I guess you could say. So that's been one of the things that has really stood out with Gunther's reign. Justice says, I was happy with either woman winning. It would have been nice to see Dakota win, but she still has an opportunity to be champion. And that was my problem, Justin. I agree with you, but I think I said this when Devin was here. I do believe Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyria are future champions. I just feel as though in WWE standards, and this is how I view WWE standards. So my opinion, I think Dakota Kai, the highest she's going to get is a mid-card title. While Lyra Valkyria, I definitely think, hell, she's going up against Becky Lynch. She's already fighting big names. Sonya Deville, Io Sky, she's already up there pretty much. And yeah, I threw Sonya Deville up in there fighting me. But, she's already fighting some big names there. I do think Lyra Valkyria is more than just the IC title, more than just the US title. I think she can hold the women's world championship, and whether that's as soon as possible or whether that's in a year or two. I do believe that the sky is the limit. There is no limit, I guess you could say, for Lyra Valkyria. So her winning, I mean, that's fine. I wasn't too upset because I know Lyra Valkyria is just an amazing wrestler. Like, she is so talented, and she fine. Look, and she fine. Like, you gotta give credit where credit is due. And me and Devin talked about this. I don't know if you guys agree with this. Was Dakota Kai just getting her ass beat this whole match? Like, she did hit her finisher. She had a signature and finisher. She tried to grab Lyra Valkyria, try to pretty much wrangle her back in the ring. She couldn't. Lyra rolls out. But honestly, I don't think Dakota Kai did a whole lot in this match. Like, she sold her ass off, but I think Lyra Valkyria just pretty much beat the brakes off of her. Like, maybe she didn't do all that. She ain't Brock Lesnar her, but she definitely put the work in to beat the brakes off of her. That's how I felt in the match. Maybe I'm just a hater, but even Devin had to text me and be like, did Dakota Kai do more than what we thought she did in this match? And I'm like, nah. Yeah, this was pretty depressing. But honestly, give a whole lot of love to Dakota Kai. Devin mentioned this before. So like I said, I'm not going to steal nobody's takes. I want to give credit with them. So Devin did mention that Dakota Kai is getting, and everybody, he says Dakota Kai is getting new theme music. So obviously that means there's something brewing for her. Something's coming up for Dakota Kai. Hopefully so. Because I want to see what she does next. I do think she will be future IC champion. I do think she will be a mid-card champion at a point. And hell, I think this is another way for WWE wrestlers to be retained, for them to keep their jobs. You still, if you're WWE, you have to fill a roster for both the main and mid-card title. And hell, for people like Dakota Kai, for people like Ivy Nile, Let me take out Ivy now. I was trying to think of somebody who has been released before. Dakota Kai, like somebody like a Chelsea Green. You know, you're seeing women like them who are insanely talented, but when budget cuts turn around, you look at their ceiling, what they're going to do. Are they going to be champion? No, not saying that's how they go about hiring and firing, but I'm just saying it's just a better way to retain wrestlers and keeping a talented roster, you know, on you. A huge shout out to Dom. Well, I don't want to skip Hill. Hill says Coda can be world champ with the right character. Look at Liv. You know, you got a point. You got a point. You woke me up, Hill. You woke me up, bro. You woke me up. Honestly, you got a point, bro. You got a point, brother, man. Honestly, I'm screenshot. I'm sending that to Devin. Sending that to Devin, man, because that's a fact. That is a fact. Just look at Liv Morgan, man. That's some real shit, man. I'm gonna hang that up on the wall somewhere. Right there. It's gonna go right there at some point. Shout out to Dom, the notorious Dom. He says, I'm glad Lyra won, and damn right that girl fine. Bad to the bone. And she's strong. Look, man. Lyra Valkyria, look, man. If she want to hit me with a gut wrench suplex, gut wrench me all day. Gut wrench me all day. Man, handle me. Not just her, but Rhea Ripley too. Rhea Ripley, of course. I was actually having a talk with, and I ain't gonna say no names, but of course I work for a radio station. I call basketball games, high school and college. Well, for college is Indiana University Northwest, and excuse me, a couple of guys there. Of course, we watch wrestling, so that's one of the things we talk about. And we all just came to the conclusion that, man, like, Rhea Ripley is none of our types. Like you look at all of our girlfriends, none of them look like Rhea Ripley, of course. But like, it's like, why are we so attracted to this woman? Like, you know, it's like, what does Rhea Ripley have on us? Did the text I sent Devin last night? I gotta remember what I said because we were talking about Rhea Ripley, and I forgot she had done something. And I was drinking water when Rhea Ripley had came out, and I said, Devin, I ain't gonna lie to you, Rhea Ripley made me moan when I was drinking my water. Like, I was drinking the water, and as soon as I saw the little stomp, and then she raises the title up, I was just like, you know, it's just like it was just one of those like slight ones, just a little slight moan. But so outside of the weirdness, Rhea Ripley is just an absolute phenomenon. You know, she pretty much is gonna go out there and she's gonna take control of the crowd. Obviously, she's gonna take control of the audience. We love her, women, men, non-binaries. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. Like, I don't care if you're asexual. You want to have sex with Rhea Ripley. Like, it is what it is. Like, I don't care. Like, Rhea Ripley is just like that, and she's just okay. I'm done glazing Rhea Ripley, but it's just absolutely amazing. What she's done in WWE at such a young age. Now, in saying that, what the hell? What the hell was this? You know, what the hell was this? Was this promo here? Of course, she pretty much just said the same thing. Mommy's on top. Told you, mommy always gets what she wants. Mommy. Nia Jax comes out. She talks her shit. She's pretty much just saying that it's not Tiffy time. First off, Nia Jax, Jesus Christ, you do not speak like your cousin. You do not speak like your cousin, and that's a big problem. Nia Jax, man, she talks. When she talks, it's a little rough. It is a little rough, but she's a heat magnet, and that's what Nia Jax. That's what we know her for, is being a heat magnet. She held the title. You got to give Nia Jax a little bit of credit there. She was a WWE Women's Champion at the point. So I have zero problem with Nia Jax. It's just her promo just took forever, and it was you know, it just atrocious. Like, man. Of course, Bayley comes out there because Nia Jax was talking about BBL Bayley, and Bayley comes out there with her purple hair, looking like Thanos from Squid Game. If you watch Squid Game, you know what I'm talking about. But shout out to Heel. Heel says, Izzy, you're too young. But women in the 80s had Sexuality. Ask Justin and Dom. Rhea is a throwback. Rhea's a throwback. Really? Really? Rhea's a throwback. Look, man. If there was some women like that in the 80s, because I'm what, 98? Yeah, I'm a 98 baby. So, man, Rhea, man. If they got Rhea like that in the 80s, I gotta get this time machine going. I gotta get this time machine going, Lord. I gotta see. I gotta see this because, man, Rhea Ripley, it's just everything about her is just fire. I don't know. It's just like everything about her is just so fire. Justice says the evolution of Rhea Ripley from the Mae Young Classic to now has been nothing but spectacular. Mommy is an absolute megastar. That's a fact. I know there's a lot of people right now that are getting a little tired of Rhea Ripley, but she puts on great matches. And we noticed it. Like, I feel like the only person that got screwed out of showing how great they were is Shayna Baszler from the NXT realm. You know, when we had the Bianca Belairs, you know, the Rhea Ripleys, the Asukas, the Io Skys, and Asuka, even though, you know, Asuka kind of is in and out, she still with an injury right now. But even though, you know, we see her, now we don't. Asuka is still a dominating force. Like, people still, there was even there was just clips just recently of what women wrestlers today talking about Asuka, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley. They're just like, hey man, a lot of us we were terrified getting into the ring with Asuka, and they still feel that way today because Asuka is no joke. So honestly, yeah, though I still believe if you get into the ring with Asuka, you in some trouble. You are in some trouble. Kairi Sane, you know, NXT days, just those are amazing. No, I thought those were, and what they're doing now are just spectacular. But looking at what Shayna Baszler is doing, it's kind of disappointing. Just a little disappointing. The evolution of Rhea Ripley has just been absolutely amazing. Shout out to Dom, the notorious Dom. He says, "You're not wrong, heel. Rhea is what you get if somehow China scissored Trish and knocked her up." Oh crap! You know, I ain't think of it like that. But that's honestly a great point. I got to do a mashup. With they face for us to go for a quick second for research purposes. Hill also says we have posters of women. This generation has posters of Vince Carter. I got a poster of Derrick Rose. This is it's Derrick Rose. And that's mainly because he's getting his number retired. Look, I'm trying. And you guys, please pray for me. I'm trying to cover the Chicago Bulls and the Chicago White Sox by next year. I'm trying to do it by next year. I already did the Phoenix Suns. I already did everything in Phoenix. I'm proud and I'm thankful, even though I didn't get to where I wanted to get to. I'm happy I can continue to do it out here in Chicago. Man, I need to cover the Bulls and the White Sox next year. I'm praying on it. Huge shout out to Justin. Justin says, what a comparison, Notorious. That's what I'm saying. Out of nowhere. He says, I have, Notorious Don said, I had posters of Linda Carter heel. If you don't know. See, now y'all see? Hold on. Linda Carter. See, now I got to see. Now I got to see. Linda Carter. Who is this lady that we're referring to? Who is this lady? What does she do, Justin? What does she do, Justin? Who is this Linda Carter lady? Is this an actress? Because now American actress, Linda Carter. Oh, I know who Linda Carter is. I know who Linda Carter is. I mean, is she 73 right now? I mean, looking at hold on, let me go. Age, Linda Carter age. Nah, I'm sorry. This is for research purposes. I'm doing this for research purposes. Yeah, I mean, she don't look bad. She don't look bad for what she do. I mean, hey, look, Dom, I'll have a poster of her of how she looked today. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I'll get a poster of how she looked today, and now it'll just be on the wall. It'll just be on the wall. Yeah, nah, she looked like an amazing Wonder Woman. Well, it looks like an amazing Wonder Woman. Nah, I definitely know who she is now. Outside of that, because now I messed my whole thing up. Look, Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. I don't care about Sami Zayn and The Miz. I really don't care. I do think Seth Rollins had a point though with Sami Zayn when Seth Rollins was just like, hey, you know, Sami Zayn, you know, things might not be going good for me, but things are definitely going good for you. You know, like you living your best life. You know, like you helping out Roman War Games. You helping out Roman. They're the first Raw on Netflix. What you gonna do? Help him win the Royal Rumble? You know, help him go to Mania. Help him get the title back. Help him choke you out again. What you gonna do? You know what you want Roman to, what you want Roman to do at this point? And that's honest. I do agree with Seth Rollins there because Sami Zayn doing he's doing too much helping. Too much helping. Shout out to Dom, the notorious Dom. He said, I still smash respectfully. No, definitely, respectfully. Respectfully. There's some fine elderly woman that said she was 73. Look, that's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Hey, look, I'm what? I'm gonna be 27 this year, but I still got like 10 months left. So just turned 26. Should be fine. Look, it's just what, about 30-something years, maybe 40-something years. It's nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Hill says, when God created Linda Blair. Look, I felt that way when Kathy Kelly pops up. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it took everything out of me. Because I'm sitting here laying with the lady, and I just see Kathy Kelly come running. I forgot who she was chasing after. She was chasing somebody after for an interview. I think it was Seth Rollins. She was chasing somebody for an interview, and I was just like, oh, man. Kathy Kelly is just... Kathy Kelly's my girl, man. I'm sorry. Charlie Caruso used to be my girl, but she just got political, and I just don't really care. It's not about what side of politics she's in, because honestly, I don't care. It's just mainly how political she's gotten. Like, it's never about wrestling or sports anymore. Because I used to listen to her because, number one, she's a Hoosier, and she covered sports, she covered wrestling, and I loved every bit of it. And then next thing you know, everything was just like, we're all gonna die in 20 years. Pollution, transgenders. I'm like, oh, okay, we're done. And I was like, okay, we're not listening. We're done. We're out of here. But outside of that, we're looking at this match here. Damian Priest taking on Finn Balor. First off, if this is the end of it, please let this be the end of it. We're sick of it. We're sick of it. We're sick of it. Sick of Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. Sick of the Judgment Day. Just sick of it all. Now, in saying that, this match here, I gave up on it. I gave up on this match when Finn Balor was getting stretchered out, and then Damian Priest tries to beat his ass. You know, as Finn Balor was getting stretchered out, the Judgment Day interfere. They're beating the crap out of Damian Priest. They help Finn Balor go on the top rope and hit the curb stomp. Oh, coup de grace, excuse me. Curb stomp. Hit the curb. That's a nasty curb stomp. You hitting it from the top rope. You're a demon. Go to hell if that's the case. But you're pretty much seeing Finn Balor hit this coup de grace on Damian Priest. Damian Priest kicks out. Finn Balor wrestles for another like 20 plus minutes. I was like, bro, you were just almost stretchered out of here. I was like, what the hell just happened? Like, are you God? Like this just happened out of nowhere. Finn Balor's recovery time was insane. Ooh, shout out to Notorious Dom. Bruh. Kathy in that black leather dress. I was asking to make a sandwich with her and my wife, Kathy, on Raw dogging while she was sitting there. Even she was down. Look, man. Look. Kathy Kelly is like, geez, like, oh, I don't even know. I don't even know why I even like her so much, if I'm be honest with you. She is just so fun. Everything. And then when I seen her with Velveteen Dream, because if those that don't know, she did date Velveteen Dream for a split second, I was like, you got a type. You know, like you got a type here, Kathy. I see. But then, you know, she went on to date Finn Balor, and I don't know what Finn Balor did, but I'm glad he did it. I don't know what Finn Balor did, but I'm glad he did it. And I don't know what Kathy Kelly's type is. I guess I don't know. But honestly, I wish I was Kathy Kelly's type. I wish. Shout out to Justin. He says, awesome main event. Wasn't a fan of them repeating the SummerSlam finish just to run it back. Priest always beats Balor. This should have been over after that. Hopefully, after this match is over. Hopefully, after this match is over. I'm hoping. I'm so sick of this Judgment Day. I feel like at this point in time needs to be Finn Balor, Carlito, JD McDonough, and Dominic Mysterio. And I think 9 times out of 10, Finn Balor just needs to walk up to Dom and be like, Dom, You got to step it up, brother. Yeah, I can't do his accent. I can't do accents. I'm not good at them. But he just needs to come up to him and just be like, Dom, we need to step it up. Like, hey, like Damian Priest was moving weight around here, and then I was pretty much next man in charge. I was next man up. I just think Finn Balor needs to walk up to Dominic Mysterio, because Dominic Mysterio out in their group is pretty much the next superstar there. You know, I love JD McDonough and Carlito's cool, but they don't draw the same amount of heat that Dominic Mysterio and hell. They don't even draw the same amount of attention that Finn Balor does. I just think Finn Balor needs to walk up to Dom and be like, hey, bro, I need you to get it together. I need some help here. Like, you know, the Judgment Day is falling apart. Brother, you know, we got to start tearing stuff down like we used to. You know, like, hey, like, one for all for one. You know, we need something. Because right now, I think the Judgment Day is not only crumbling apart, it's getting boring. It's getting boring. Notorious Dom says, because she's just perfection. She dated Finn too. Yeah, dated Finn Balor. Look, man, I tell you, she got it tight. She got it tight. And I need to know, because I need to, oh my goodness, Kathy Kelly's so fine. It was Samantha Irvin, but then turns out she likes bald men. And I gotta wait a couple more years for that. I think by the time I'm 30, 32, I'll probably be bald. But Kathy Kelly will probably already have kids by that point with Ricochet. You know, they're living their best life. Huge shout out to them. Amazing couple. Not trying to be that guy, but y'all, look, we all love us. Look, if you don't like Samantha Irvin, I'm sorry. You should be ashamed of yourself. Now, I don't know what to tell you at that point. But after that, I was just happy that this match is going to move forward with Judgment Day and whatever Damian Priest and Finn Balor has going on, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Oh, Raw ending 2.5 hours. I was just texting Devin because Damian Priest made his entrance over here at 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock. Usually Raw over here ends at 10 o'clock in Chicago, Indiana time. Or if you're in Indianapolis, it probably ends at 11. But it is at 10 o'clock over here. So 7 to 10. When it hit 9 o'clock, I'm like, bro, we only 2 hours in. I heard somebody say that they're gonna, like, it's gonna go back and forth on whether, you know, when they go over, when they go under in time. You know, pretty much it can end at any moment. And it can go as long for a certain amount of time. And I thought that was just a rumor at first until 2.5 hours in. Goodbye. We'll see you guys later. That was it. So long, fellas. I was like, man, okay, cool. I can still get some work done. Like, say no more. Shout out to the Notorious Dom. He says Judgment Day almost feels older than a T-Mac jersey next to you. Dang, don't do that to T-Mac. He says, bro, I'm 45 and ain't bald yet. You gonna be all right. I don't know, man. I'm just looking at my parents. Well, my dad and my grandfather. He had individual hairs. He had some hair. It just, those were the ones that just ain't fell yet. So it's like, I don't know. It's gonna come crashing down in a minute. It's just a matter of when and what time. But I don't mind being bald. I'm ready. I'm ready to embrace the baldness. Justice says, overall, minus Nia Jax's pointless appearance, Raw was an awesome show. I fully believe that. Fully believe Raw was an awesome show from beginning to end. I've had such a fun time watching Raw. Like, we're gonna be like, let's be honest, Raw is gonna have a dud at some point. Like, you're not gonna continue to have a show, an amazing show for 52 weeks. Like, that doesn't happen. You're gonna get a crap show at some point. A lot of people thought that was last week, but this Raw I thought was pretty dope. Hill says Samantha prefers low charisma men. Look, man. Honestly, if it's us, all of us having this conversation, laughing, none of us are Samantha Irvin type. She's like, "Oh, you guys are funny, ill." This is like, "You guys are cool, ill." Like, let me go to this guy that does flips and can't talk. Like, it's just like, but outside of that, huge shout out to Ricochet. Love Ricochet, and I love the heel turn that Ricochet's doing. It's taking me a minute. I don't really necessarily care for him stabbing Swerve Strickland with scissors, because everything has to be so extra with AEW. Not saying it's a bad thing. It's just like Swerve Strickland said, "Hey, let's wish Ricochet a happy new year." They throw a towel at him, and Ricochet's just sitting there with the towels or with the tissue paper around his neck. It's just like, I'm gonna stab this man with scissors on Wednesday. I just wait till Wednesday. I'm gonna stab you in the face, brother. Like, it's crazy that it leads to that. Like, oh, we're gonna have a basic one-on-one match. That's cool. Me versus heel. me and he'll get in the ring. He'll hit me with like 5 package power drivers. Bruh, we having a match or you trying to kill me? Like, what we doing here? I'm still kicking that too. But, you know, like, it is like, what we doing here? And so, like, it's stuff like that, honestly. And that's kind of how I felt with the Damian Priest Finn Balor match. As soon as he got off that stretcher, I was like, bro, why is this match even still going on? Finn Balor, just let's hang it up. You're done. This should have been a squash match to begin with. Dom says, Notorious Dom says, agreed, Redeemer. How many leopards gotta die so Nia can pretend to fly? Come on now, don't do Nia like this. Come on, I like Nia. Nia's just like Nia is. She's not like Bobby Lashley in terms of like in ring work. She's just Bobby Lashley in terms of promo skills. Like you give Bobby Lashley a microphone, you're like, all right, brother. Like it's not that I don't care what you're saying. It's just you're not convincing at all. You're not drawing me. And shout out to Justin. Justin says, sidebar, Kathy Kelly can absolutely get it. As can Jackie Redmond, respectfully. And the Notorious Dom says, we need to book just Notorious in a quote-unquote tag team match with Kathy and Jackie. I'll bring the Gatorade. And he also says the stretcher spot should have been the end. Factuals. That's pretty much, that was my only problem with that match. The stretcher spot should have been the end. But other than that, I thought it was a good match. I'm glad they moving on. And honestly, I'm just happy that it's over. I got to get ready for NXT. Look, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining this in with me. Usually Devin would have something to say to end this whole thing off with, but obviously Devin ain't here for the time being. But Devin will be here later on. Usually when we're live tweeting, it's usually pretty much us going back and forth and just talking. So I got to go pick up Little Caesars. I got to wait for the main man to slide in so we can pretty much get ready to eat. If you guys aren't doing nothing, and I don't mean to promote this if this isn't going on, but if it is going on, I'm going to say it anyway. Circle of Debate. Look, they're going to have a watch party, NXT watch party that's going to happen later on today. So be on the lookout for that. Please tune in to that because it is so fun. It's fun to watch NXT, but it's fun to go into the watch party. And not only, even if you're not on the screen, just being in the chat, meeting a bunch of amazing people. There was one person that texted in. I'm spacing on his name. Oh, man, I don't want to say it was Noah Brown. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But one guy in the chat was just like, hey, hello from Lafayette, Indiana. And that's like an hour away from me. I'm like, bro, Circle of Debate, they're getting everybody all over the world. Like, yeah, this is cool, man. I love Circle of Debate. Of course, that's the Redeemer, Justin. Of course, you have the Notorious Dom. And, man, a huge shout out as well to the devious one, Ivan. I haven't seen Ivan since the last live and definitely appreciate him for popping up too. So definitely got to give a whole lot of love to him as well. Shout out to Justin. Justin says, much love to you and Devin as always. He says, appreciate you. The Notorious Dom says, thanks, Izzy. Devin does a great Cena impression. It's going down, bro. You're welcome to join us if you want, bro. I definitely appreciate it. Like I said, the only reason why we haven't done any joint calls yet is because all of our equipment is pretty much a grip away. So for us to get everything set up and to pretty much hear you and to connect our ears together, because we have a whole new system with that as well, it'll just be a mess. So by the end of January, we're going to get that set up because we want to bring people in and we want to also have more lively shows as well. We try to get like the Circle of Debate, man. The Circle of Debate be having so much fun, bro. And honestly, we love tuning into y'all live because you guys are always rocking and just full of life, man. And never boring. There's never a dull day with Circle of Debate. And that I'm speaking that from experience there. Never a dull day at all. So huge shout out to Circle of Debate. Like I said, if you're not doing anything when the NXT is coming on, make sure you tune in with them in their watch party. It's going to be so much fun, super lit. Me, Devin, and of course the sister that I was talking about downstairs. I don't have my shoes. It will stomp a lot louder, but she can't hear. Pretty much we're going to Royal Rumble because it's going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana. That's 2 hours away from us. And I used to live there. So it's like, honestly, all three of us getting in the car, hopping off. Well, hell, I got coworkers going there. I got friends going. Like, all of us are just hopping in the car and just making a beeline to Indianapolis, Indiana. We're all going to watch the Royal Rumble. It's going to be an absolutely fun. I can't wait to tell you guys what that's going to be, just the experience of it all. Because Devin has been to Devin's been to a premium live event. Devin has been to Survivor Series when CM Punk debuted or showed up again. My sister was at the Royal Rumble a while ago, I believe. And this is gonna be my first PLE, so I can't wait. Psyched, stoked. Oh, and Justin says definitely we got to get the Circle of Debate and heel turn back together. Oh, bro, always, bro. That's just a must. And the Notorious Dom says no problem, bro. We'll be here, and the door is always open for you guys. Man, see, that's the thing. We need to hug. Like we need a hug. Like honestly, there needs to be a day where we know we're going to a premium live event. Like, say a premium live event is going to be somewhere in Jersey and me and Devin are, for some weird reason, on the East Coast. Like, we got to form a meeting together because, like, there's nothing more I would want for me and Devin to do than to meet you guys just in person as well. You guys just seem like cool people. All right, I'm sorry. My throat's killing me. I just got through with a cold. Dang, a little under an hour. I killed that. So okay, we did a little good. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me, Justin, the Notorious Dom, Heel, Mr. Heel himself. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Definitely appreciate you. I'll see you guys in about 3 hours when we're watching the NXT. So love you guys.